If you took a picture of me 5 years ago, you would see a man that was desperate, full of grief, and full of pride.
If you could see me back then, I was kind of stagnant. I was just going through the motions, just not being a productive member of society, basically.
If someone were to take a picture of me 10 years ago, they would probably see someone who's, all is well on the surface. But I never let anybody see what was going on, inside.
I've heard you can take what's broken and make it whole again. Well, here's the pieces of my heart. What can you do with them?
I lost my wife, and I never had the time to see her for the last time. I was full of grief. I wasn't changing my clothes like I should, and I was sick from the use and abuse of heroin and the alcohol, and I just couldn't deal anymore. I was just tired of it.
I was falling into depression because when you're unemployed, just being at home and not having any purpose, I wasn't feeling worth anything. I was feeling like it would be easy for me to stay home and be depressed and just sleep all day, and it would be very easy to do that.
I was raised in a church and told what to believe, but I didn't want that. I would rather have that empty void that alcohol provided. And ultimately, I lost my entire 401k savings, my job, my home, my love life, my children, my home, all of it, everything. Then ultimately I found myself living on the floor in my mother's garage.
So until that day that I accepted who I was and that I didn't want to live like that anymore, that's when the change began.
Well, here's the pieces of my heart. What can you do with them? 'Cause I can't hold them all together anymore. So I let them fall, surrendered to the floor. You make all things new. You make all things new.
The life that I once had as a user, a man full of grief, no hope, I put that all behind me so that I can move on. Jesus Christ in my life made that possible.
When I came to the mission, Capital City Rescue Mission, I think not only did I find help dealing with the alcohol problem, but more importantly, I found help with the underlying issues that were supporting that alcohol problem. And we worked through them, but we worked through them in a classroom with 10 or 15 other guys who have been through similar things.
When I came to the Capital City Rescue Mission, it was time for me to relinquish all the grief, all the bad thoughts I had, and start anew.
You make all things new.
I left behind jealousy, I left behind anger, I left behind addiction.
I have such an inner peace and an inner joy, and I can finally, like I said, sit down and breathe.
When I told my family about this place, they just could not believe it. When you see me today, I'm a living witness that it's more than what meets the eye.
If you look at me today, I reclaimed my purpose, my meaning, and become closer to God.
I think people see me now as someone who's reliable, someone who's trustworthy, very, very different from that person I used to be.
I'm a new creation. Old things is washed and gone away. I have a new life.